They say a shower can wash the body, but who's cleaning your soul? If you've ever felt drained after being around certain people, emotionally stuck for no clear reason, or like something's off even when life looks fine, it's not in your head. It's energetic buildup. And no, you don't need crystals or complicated spells to fix it, just two ingredients you already have at home, cinnamon and salt. This isn't just old folklore, it's a forgotten spiritual technology, used by ancient cultures to reset the energetic body, clear emotional residue, and open the heart to higher alignment. The kind of shift that makes you breathe easier, think clearer, and feel you again. And the best part? It only takes a few minutes, but what happens afterward can ripple through your entire life. There's something oddly magnetic about cinnamon and salt, something that goes way beyond the kitchen shelf. While one warms the soul and draws in abundance, the other clears the slate, repelling anything that doesn't serve your higher self. These two aren't just ingredients, they're ancient allies in the art of spiritual purification. Civilizations like the Egyptians, Babylonians, and Aztecs knew this. They used them in sacred rites, temple blessings, and soul-cleansing rituals long before the modern world ever caught on. And no, this isn't woo-woo talk, it's grounded in the way energy truly interacts with the physical world. Take cinnamon. Its aroma alone feels like a spiritual hug. But it's not just comforting, it's energizing, empowering, and deeply connected to life force. Shamans and energy workers often burn it or mix it with oils to awaken vitality and call in abundance. It's like striking a match in a dark room, suddenly, everything lights up. Whether you're stuck in a creative rut or feeling emotionally flatlined, cinnamon can be your spark. And once you've felt that shift, you'll never see this spice the same way again. Now enter salt, the timeless guardian. You'll find bowls of it in Japanese homes, sprinkled thresholds in Italian rituals, and protective circles in Celtic ceremonies. Why? Because salt grounds us. It absorbs, seals, and neutralizes negative energy like a sponge. If you've ever walked into a room and felt your mood dip instantly, chances are the energy was dense. A pinch of salt at the corners of that space could have shifted everything. It's subtle, yes, but deeply powerful. The real magic, though, happens when these two forces combine, warmth and clarity, attraction and protection. Cinnamon amplifies what you want to draw in, salt clears what you need to let go. Together, they create a spiritual reset button, one that works every single time. And if you've been feeling off lately, chances are your soul's been whispering for exactly this kind of reset. You know that feeling when everything looks fine on the outside, but inside, something's off. That's not just stress, it's your soul sending signals. When your energy field gets cluttered, you start to carry things that don't belong to you. Maybe it's emotional residue from someone else's pain, or leftover tension from a place that didn't feel right. Either way, that heaviness doesn't go away with a nap or a coffee. It needs a cleansing ritual, one that gently clears your spiritual lens. If you've been dealing with a constant inner fog, struggling to think straight, or just waking up feeling, blah, it's more than just a bad week. Low motivation, random bursts of sadness, or weird anxiety that shows up out of nowhere are all signs your spiritual hygiene is overdue. Think of it like not washing your face for days, the buildup starts to show. And energetically, that buildup clouds your intuition, drains your drive, and keeps you disconnected from your purpose. Here's a personal example. I once spent 3 weeks in meetings filled with tension and unsaid things. By the end, I was exhausted, but not physically. I couldn't focus, my sleep was trash, and even music didn't lift me. That's when I did the cinnamon and salt ritual. The shift was immediate. I cried, I laughed, I slept like a baby. It wasn't magic, it was energetic alignment. The moment I cleared what wasn't mine, my inner clarity came rushing back. And maybe you're feeling that same nudge, that quiet discomfort in your chest, the sense that something needs to go but you can't quite name it. That's the moment to listen. Because once you do, and once you say yes to this type of spiritual purification, something powerful starts to unfold. There's more happening in a cleansing ritual than meets the eye, and it's not just symbolic. When you combine cinnamon and salt, you're activating two energetic forces that know exactly what to do. Salt moves like a magnet, pulling out stagnant, heavy energy that's been weighing down your field. Think of it as cleaning out a cluttered drawer. Things you didn't even realize were stuck suddenly rise to the surface. And once they're gone, there's space again. Cinnamon steps in like the sun after a storm. Once the salt has cleared the energetic debris, cinnamon begins its work, lifting, warming, and infusing light into your space. This isn't metaphorical fluff, you actually feel it. It's like tuning your inner frequency to something brighter, more alive. Suddenly, old emotional patterns lose their grip, and you're able to breathe deeper, emotionally and spiritually. The combination resets you on a core level. What makes this ritual different is how it works on both subtle and emotional planes. You might not see energy leaving your aura, but you'll feel it. That tightness in your chest. That mental loop playing in the background. Gone. People often say it's like peeling off layers of invisible weight. And here's the twist, it's not just about removing, it's about making room for what's next. The cinnamon welcomes in new clarity, joy, and emotional strength. This is why the cinnamon and salt ritual isn't just another spiritual trend. It's a deeply practical tool for renewal, one that realigns you with your center. And when you actually do it, when you feel that shift, you understand. The power isn't in the ingredients themselves, it's in the intention behind them, and in what comes next. Start by honoring the space around you. Before any cleansing ritual begins, the energy of your environment needs to match your intention. That means putting your phone away, lowering the lights, maybe playing soft instrumental music, whatever helps you enter a grounded, focused state. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence. Light a candle if you want, breathe slowly, and mentally invite peace into the space. That's your signal, to yourself and to the unseen, that something sacred is about to happen. Next, grab a small bowl and mix equal parts cinnamon and salt. There's no strict formula, trust your instinct. Blend them together with your fingers if you like, feeling their textures merge. This is your spiritual purifier, so keep your mind clear while you mix. You can store it in a pouch or keep it in a small jar on your altar, but for the ritual itself, fresh preparation adds a little extra power. You're not just mixing ingredients, you're activating intention. When you're ready, take a small pinch and gently rub the mixture on specific energy points, your hands, action, your feet, direction, and your chest, heart center. Close your eyes. With every movement, visualize the salt pulling out anything that doesn't belong, emotional gunk, leftover tension, even subtle fear. Then, imagine cinnamon swirling in golden light, filling you with warmth, confidence, and renewal. This part is felt, not forced. End with warm water. Rinse the areas gently, like washing off the old layer of energy. As the water flows, speak aloud or whisper, "I release and renew." That phrase seals it. It doesn't matter if you feel something big or subtle, trust the shift is happening. And what comes after this ritual often speaks louder than the ritual itself. You could follow every step perfectly, but without intention, the ritual becomes just another routine. What gives this practice real depth is what you're mentally and emotionally bringing to the table. So before you begin, ask yourself, what do I need to release? What am I ready to invite in? Be specific. Whether it's letting go of jealousy, burnout, or grief, or calling in peace, clarity, or creative flow, naming it turns the ritual into a focused act of transformation. Breath is your bridge between body and spirit. Throughout the cleansing ritual, stay mindful of how you're breathing. Inhale slowly, deeply, through the nose, imagine drawing in fresh, supportive energy. Then exhale through the mouth, releasing what's been weighing you down. It might seem simple, but conscious breathing creates an anchor. It keeps you rooted in the present moment, where all true spiritual purification begins. Don't be afraid to speak to the ritual. Literally. Say what you're releasing, even if your voice trembles or it feels silly. Say what you're welcoming in. You can use affirmations, like, I'm safe now, or, I return to myself, or even mantras like Om Shanti if they resonate with you. Words carry frequency. And when spoken aloud in this sacred space, they're not just heard, they're felt. This is where ritual becomes powerful, not because of superstition, but because of sincerity. The more presence and honesty you bring, the deeper the shift. This isn't performance. It's communion, with yourself, with your energy, with something larger. And after you've done it once with real intention, you'll understand why even something this simple can ripple through every corner of your life. Right after the ritual, most people feel lighter, like they just dropped a backpack they didn't realize they were carrying. You might feel emotionally soft, even tearful, or you might feel energized and clear-headed. Both are valid. This is your energetic body realigning. Some describe it as feeling more like themselves, like their inner compass finally clicked back into place. Don't rush it, just notice. The stillness afterward is part of the healing. In the hours or days that follow, you may notice more vivid dreams, sharper intuition, or even small synchronicities. Someone calls you out of the blue, or you finally get clarity on a decision. These are signs your inner space has opened up. But here's the key, don't expect a one-time miracle. Spiritual purification isn't a quick fix, it's a reset. That's why staying hydrated, journaling what comes up, and getting good sleep afterward are all part of the process. You can repeat this cleansing ritual weekly, monthly, or whenever your soul starts to feel foggy again. There's no rigid rule, it's about tuning in. Some like to do it every new moon or on Sundays to start the week fresh. What matters is that you honor it as sacred. Make it part of your spiritual hygiene, just like brushing your teeth is part of your physical hygiene. Because energy builds up, whether we're paying attention or not. And once you've created that clear, renewed energy, protect it. Stay grounded with daily breathwork, walks in nature, or even 5-minute meditations. Set emotional boundaries without guilt. You just cleared your inner house, now it's your job to keep it clean. Because when your soul is light and your energy is clear, everything around you starts to shift, too. Now that you know the power behind this simple yet profound cleansing ritual, what are you waiting for? What's the weight you've been carrying that no one else can see? What patterns, thoughts, or emotions are you finally ready to let go of? And more importantly, what kind of energy do you want to invite into your life, starting today? You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. Your soul's been nudging you, and now, you have the tools to respond. So give yourself permission to begin. Light the candle. Mix the cinnamon and salt. Speak your truth. And feel what happens when your inner space becomes sacred again. If this spoke to you, if it made something inside you remember, don't let it fade. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and keep walking with us on this path of spiritual renewal. There's so much more ahead, and your energy deserves to keep evolving.